Hello, brethren, saints of Yeshua HaMashiach. God bless you. I briefly want to share with you my prophetic vision on military rule in Nigeria. You see, the Bible says we see in part and we prophesy in part. And the will of God is and will always be superior to the will of man. And like I always share, and I hold so dearly, and I believe so greatly, that the will of God is actualized through men, regardless of who that man is. The will of God is actualized through men. And I told you that from 2023, there's going to be set in motion the manifestation of the will of God for this country. Are we together? And that's why I told you, don't put your trust in any politician, anybody. Put your trust in God. So this is my prophetic vision about military rule in Nigeria. So I was in the vision and I saw me and my team returning from a meeting in this vision. And then we were being driven with a very small minimalist car, and I was even worried that, okay, this car will not be able to contain every member of my team who traveled with me in this meeting, but somehow, we saw ourselves in a church, another church meeting. And unbeknownst to us, our driver, even though putting on regular clothes, was in the military, and it seems as though it rained, but our loads were, the boot was left open, so water soaked it. So I wasn't happy, and I was telling the driver, but even though he was in the military, he was very, very respectful. And, I now stepped out of the premises. I now looked around me in the spirit, and I saw many military people standing, many military people standing, around, some dressed with normal clothes, but inside their normal clothes were military, clothes. And it was orderly, it was respectful. Then I started hearing alarms go on, go off. I started hearing alarms go off. And then I was told that, okay, it's almost time, for the curfew. So it looks as though there was a set time, and from the spirit I could sense that it was 10 p.m. And like 10 p.m., from 10 p.m., citizens were supposed to be in their houses, So it was this orderly season. There was so much order, and there was so much respect and honor from the military, and it caused a lot of the people to redress themselves and also begin to respect the military too. And then I saw myself in this church building that we branched or diverted to, and then my junior brother was ministering. Then we're playing the drums and we're just ministering, with them. And so I asked, can I travel to Abuja now? And they told me, no, I have to, lodge back or something because, it's past the time and no one will be traveling on the road, at this time to work. I said, okay, no problem, So when I got up from that vision, I meditated on it. And you see, the Bible says we see in part, we prophesy, we know in part. One thing you cannot do is to enforce the will of men on God. If you enforce the will of men on God, just as the children of Israel did when they wanted a king like other nations, and they told Samuel, no matter what Saul is going to do, give us Saul. It didn't go too well for them. I told you, I said, this phase Nigeria is entering into, I don't believe in any man, I just believe in God. And since the will of God is divine, and it's by the will of God a nation can enter into bliss, let God work. But like I told you, one major thing that God is going to do is to bring Cyrus. Cyrus will be better towards the end of the year. Cyrus can be a man, a system. Cyrus can be the military. But the Lord told me that the first year of the reign of Cyrus will not be easy. Howbeit, After the first year, the next 3 years will be used to repair the country. And the people will thank God that Cyrus came. So my job as a prophet is to say the things God shows me, whether they are believed or not. I don't care. The prophets of old that prophesied, the people they prophesied to rejected their words. Albeit, it came to pass. In fact, Elijah the prophet prophesied that by this time tomorrow, there would be, restoration to the economy of Israel as of that time, and food would become so cheap because of its availability. And all that. The Bible said the minister for economics, or the minister of finance that was with the king, told Elisha the prophet to his face that even if God opened the window of heaven, this is impossible. For which he received the judgment. I'm not, putting this out there for you to like the prophecy. No. I have an obligation as a prophet to say what God has showed me. I don't believe, in societal programming. Where the society program is to say, oh, military is bad, military is good. No. The Nigeria I saw in the spirit. I don't know when again. But for this vision to come this period, it means it's significant. The Nigeria I saw in the spirit was orderly, was peaceful. And I sensed that it was I sensed that the military had very great influence around that season. So whatever God wants to do, let him do it to his glory. Please, if you can't pray or you don't accept the prophecy, no problem. Don't leave ignorant comment here. Are we together? God is going to strengthen his people, and the time will come by the Spirit of the Lord where the ecclesia is going to anoint kings. God bless you all. Shalom.